Hey guys, welcome back to King's Outdoor Life. Today we're down on the farm and we're going to do a little coyote therapy. I used to call it John Deere therapy, but now that I got a coyote, K-I-O-T-I, I'm going to call it coyote therapy. You get on a tractor and you don't think about everything else you got to worry about. So you might also call it a coyote wild adventure or a wild coyote adventure, but there's a separate YouTube channel about that. You can go check out him. He's a great dude. We're going to plant peach trees today. I don't know, can you see the peach trees? I got 10 peach trees because I want to have peaches. I know it's going to take several years, but hey, you got to start at some point, right? So I'm going to plant peach trees here at the farm today, and I've never planted a peach tree. I have no idea how to plant a peach tree, but I think it's got to be pretty easy, right? So I'm going to show you how I think you ought to plant a peach tree, and I'm going to use the backhoe. Once you get a tractor with a front end loader, you never use a wheelbarrow again. So I'm thinking once you get one with a backhoe attachment, you never dig a hole again, right? So we'll see. It may end up taking me longer to dig a hole with a backhoe than a shovel, but it's easier, right? And more fun. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. We'll walk down here and you can see that walnut tree. That's a walnut tree, if you can see it or not. But anyway, at one point I planted this entire field with walnuts, and about 3 years in, they were, or maybe 2 years in, they were about 2 feet high, and they got bagworms and killed every one of them. But anyway, so I got this tree in line with that tree. Now, if you can see, there's another walnut tree way down there. So I'm gonna start my line down through here. So I'm gonna run a string, and we gotta have a string holder. String holder also looks like a screwdriver. So we'll put the string in the ground here and we'll run a straight line all the way down there and plant one line of trees here, come down 15 feet and plant another row of trees down through there. That's the plan. 5 trees on each line for a total of 10 trees, and that's it. All right, let me go get the string and we'll start it on. All right, can you see my string? So I ran the string here on my screwdriver, and I marked out 18 feet. You're supposed to plant peach trees 15 to 20 feet apart. So there's 18 feet. 18 feet to this walnut tree. And then 18 feet, and I marked my spots. Now we'll come below the tree down here and run a string that way. All right, so I marked down 18 feet from where my line was there. Came down the hill 18 feet. I've made me a mark. I went and got a shovel, just make a little shovel mark. And then I move off 18 feet here. And I got 18 feet here down from that walnut tree. So I'm gonna have them in line. And that way when I'm mowing, I can mow down this way and I can mow this way if I need to and stay in line with these trees to mow around them. All right, so mark my spots, go get the backhoe set up, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll give a little play-by-play here as I'm getting the tractor lined up, backed up, and in position to do some digging here. First, I had to get my book going in my AirPods here, so I had to do that, of course. But anyway, so learning the backhoe and how to dig that is not terribly hard unless you've gotten trained on like a excavator, because the controls are different than the excavator controls. But once you kind of get the hang of it, and it does take me a minute because I haven't been on the tractor here in a few months, you get all worked in and you can figure it out. But I don't have the outriggers down here because I was going to try to be able to move like that back and forth, but you just can't hardly dig with the outriggers up like this. But I was thinking we could dig the holes and then push myself back in the position to dig the next hole, and it would be quicker to do it without the outriggers down, but I just couldn't do it. But anyway, so we're digging holes here that are, my goal was kind of go about 18 inches deep, and here you see me putting down the outriggers because I just had to. But anyway, go about 18 inches to 2 feet deep, and about, I'm gonna say, a bucket and a half width across. And you want to, if you're planting a root ball, then you want to plant a hole. You want to plant in a hole that's two to three times the size of your root ball. These are bare roots, but you want a big open hole here to give these roots plenty of room and plenty of soft dirt to expand. And that's the whole goal on these holes. So big holes and hope for the best. So that should be plenty big. It's, I don't know, 2 to 3 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to go ahead and start digging. So I'm going to almost 2 buckets wide, 18 inches deep. I can touch it up if I need to with a shovel, but that should be pretty good. I didn't put my outriggers down or my bucket down thinking I could push the tractor back, but that took too long, so I just put the outriggers down and stabilized it and moved it forward when I needed to. All right, so got these 2 holes dug. You can see they're plenty big. 4 on this side. There's my camera stand, hydraulic oil bucket. So because of this tree in line, we'll have 6 trees down through here and 5 on this row. So I'll set my camera up and dig these 5 holes, and we'll be ready to stick some trees in the holes. All right, you can see my first peach tree here. These are called bare root trees. I think they graft them. You can see where they've got that split right there. I think they graft them into something when they grow them. But anyway, you want to bury that and leave that grafted area right above the ground. You don't want to bury that. That can cause them to die. I soaked them in water. That's supposed to get the roots ready to grow. So we will bury it just like so. And then I've got these, they were from a porch. They were rails or balusters from a porch. I'm gonna stick one of those beside each. That way if I need to tie it off to something, if I feel like they're not gonna stand up, I can tie them off to that at some point. But you wanna put fertilizer in the hole. My fertilizer's not here yet. I ordered some fertilizer. By the time I do this video, I should have the fertilizer here. So I'll try to put a copy, or a picture rather, of the fertilizer I'm using here. It's a starter fertilizer. I think it's called Bilome, and I'll put that here and you can see the fertilizer I'm going to use. But anyway, so I'm going to stand this in a hole. I'll set the camera up on my bucket here so maybe you can see what I'm doing, and push all this dirt in beside the tree, but not tap it down. Just get a good loose, I don't know how to say it, but put the dirt in the hole but not tap it, pack it. You want those roots to be able to grow. So just like so. If you know more about this than I do, feel free to comment below what I did wrong so other people will know. I'm gonna take my puffer vest off. Now that I'm driving a shovel instead of a tractor, it's warm. And I'll bury the other 9. All right, last thing I'm gonna do to these, well, I guess I'll put some water on them after this, but anyway, I took about a 1-foot section of black corrugated pipe and I put it around it to hopefully protect the base of it from, I don't know what, lawnmowers, weed eaters, things of that nature. Good idea, bad idea, let me know. Okay, that was the first one. This was the last one, all done. 10 trees in nice little rows, and we'll see if they'll make it. All the trees are already putting out. Let me see if I can hold my hand here, maybe you can see. They're all putting out leaves, and a couple of them are putting out almost blooms. So I waited hopefully to our last frost here. There's a little bloom about to put out. It's March 23rd here in Alabama, average first frost, or excuse me, average last frost is March 30th here in North Alabama. So hopefully, by looking at the forecast, we won't have another frost this year. If we do, I guess nothing I can do about it now. All right, hey, thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, comment below.